The digital crackle of the police scanner was a constant, comforting hum in Mark's meticulously organized man cave. It wasn't the dispatcher's cool tone he listened for, nor the grim narratives of domestic disputes or traffic stops. It was the poetry in the procedural. Unit 7, Atom 11, Code 3 to the 4800 block. Code 3. The magic words. In the world of emergency lights and siren enthusiasts, the legal justification for a pursuit was irrelevant. The physics of the light, however, was sacred. Mark's shrine was not to heroes, but to hardware. His pride was a digital gallery where every entry was a forensic study of lumens and legislation. Here, a high-speed chase was not a story of crime and consequence, but a showcase for the takedown and alley lights on a Ford police interceptor, washing a suspect's car in a sterile, interrogating white. A nighttime warrant service was appreciated for the haunting, rhythmic pulse of cruise mode, a slow, ominous heartbeat of blue and red, designed for stealthy approach. A feature most civilians never notice, but Mark and his forum brethren discussed with reverence. His latest obsession was the intersection clearance pattern on the new county sheriff's SUVs. It was a piece of engineering theater most would miss in a blur of panic. As a cruiser approached a red light, its main light bar would temporarily abandon the standard alternating flash and erupt into a simultaneous, blinding strobe from all modules. A hyper-aggressive sunburst designed to shock crossing traffic into submission. It was brutal, effective, and to Mark's discerning eye, beautiful. He'd written a 1,500-word analysis on the ELS forum about its psychological impact, complete with decibel readings and lumens comparisons. The deputy who actually used it was just an operator. Mark was its critic and celebrant. This was the core of the fetish, an encyclopedic knowledge of power's aesthetics, utterly divorced from its application. They were connoisseurs of control. They could spot the difference between a Whelan Freedom 4 light bar and a Federal Signal Valor from half a mile, deducing an agency's budget and procurement politics from the glow. They lamented the cheap halogen leftovers on smaller town squads and spoke with hushed awe of federal agencies whose vehicles boasted customized, multicolored light arrays that could flash in sequences so complex they looked like a visual siren. And the cost. This was a frequent, aching topic of forum debate. Mark could quote you the MSRP of a top-tier light bar down to the cent, $8,500 for the unit, not including installation or the control system. For that price, you could buy a decent used car, he'd type, shaking his head. It's highway robbery by the manufacturers. They know the departments have to have the best. There was a bitter envy in these discussions. They wished this arcane authoritative technology was more accessible. They dreamed of a world where a civilian could, legally and affordably, own and operate a decommissioned, full-power light bar in their garage, not for use, but for pure appreciation. To run the patterns just to see them, to own a piece of the aura. The prohibitive price was a barrier that kept the magic locked in the realm of the state, a constant reminder that this was a priesthood they could observe but never join. One evening, the scanner barked to life with a tension that even Mark felt. All units, officer needs assistance, shots fired. The address was a 10-minute drive. His pulse, a steady technician's rhythm a moment before, spiked. This wasn't just a code 3, this was the real thing, the ultimate validation of the equipment's purpose. He grabbed his professional-grade DSLR, the one with the low-light lens perfect for capturing flash patterns in motion, and was in his car in under a minute. He arrived on the periphery of a swirling nebula of blue and red. The scene was a tactical tableau. SWAT vehicles, their light packages more complex and aggressive than standard cruisers, painted the apartment complex in jagged, stuttering shadows. Mark's trained eye immediately cataloged the scene. The hyperflash on the Bearcat armored vehicle, a disorienting rapid strobe meant to dazzle. The sweeping intersection sweep patterns on the perimeter cruisers, creating a wall of moving light. It was a masterclass, the ultimate live demonstration of every forum speculation. He raised his camera, the viewfinder framing a perfect shot. A deputy crouched behind his open door, the intense focused beam of his vehicle's spotlight pinning the dark doorway of the apartment, while the main light bar above him cycled through its warlike sequences. Mark's finger found the shutter button. This would be the crown jewel of his collection. But as he focused, the spotlight didn't just illuminate the doorway, it illuminated the deputy's face. It wasn't the face of a tough, controlled operator from a training video. It was the face of a you,